Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome to another live video. What I'm talking about today is being stressed out, tired, and sleepy. So you might always have fatigue, you might be a poor sleeper, never really feeling rested in the morning, or just completely exhausted by mid-afternoon. So tired to the point that you can't function like you normally used to be able to. You may have even, because of that, developed other things like headaches, or sinus issues, or indigestion, diarrhea, general aches and pains. You might even feel like anxious or depressed because of it. And then the most frustrating thing is usually they get, a full examination, they get blood work, and then it comes back unremarkable and that there's nothing wrong with it. All your exams and testing seem to come back as if they're normal, and you're told there's no, obvious illness that's, accounting for these symptoms. And what I'm going to highlight in this video is to maybe look through a different lens than you normally have been, and that's at your breathing and then at what state your nervous system's in. So a common reason I've seen people with chronic fatigue is you're not getting the proper amount of oxygen due to the way that you're breathing at night or even throughout the day. So if you don't feel like you can breathe through your nose, and if you can't breathe through your nose very well, you're going to begin to breathe through your mouth at night, or you can even breathe through your mouth throughout the day. So if you notice, like if you just kind of actually consciously stop and notice how you're breathing throughout the day, a lot of times you'll actually be breathing through your mouth. So if you notice that you're always breathing through your mouth, that's kind of what like mimicking like hyperventilation would be. So if you're always breathing through your mouth, that's going to start to throw off the amount of CO2 to O2 levels. So if that happens, it's going to start to put your brain in more of like a fight or flight state. You're going to feel more stressed out. You're going to be kind of more on edge. You're not going to be able to shut your brain down as easily when you're trying to go to sleep. So that's why throughout the day, you want to make sure that you're actually breathing in and out through your nose. You should never really have to breathe through your mouth unless you're doing very vigorous exercise. But then like when you're sleeping at night, it's a little harder to tell, whether you're sleeping with breathing through your nose or breathing through your mouth. So if, like I said, you are breathing through your mouth a lot, whether it's during the day or at night, the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to put your body in more of a fight or flight state. You're going to put your nervous system in that fight or flight state. But the second thing is you're going to lower your oxygen levels, also known as hypoxia. So if you have lower amounts of oxygen circulating through your red blood cells, that's obviously going to make you more tired throughout the day. So the first thing that we want to address is that fight or flight state, and the second thing is that hypoxia. So if you ever even like think back and you used to have very like vivid dreams, but then as you got older you realize that you're not dreaming at all, this actually is going to imply that you're not reaching the REM state of sleep. That's where you start to dream. So the reason that you might not be getting to that REM state is because your body is not breathing correctly. So you want to address your autonomics, meaning your nerve system, your fight or flight state, and you want to address the sleeping and breathing problem. So the way that I do that in the office, the fight or flight part, is through upper cervical chiropractic. So I focus up here on that top bone in your neck, which is right next to your brainstem. If that's misaligned, it's going to put pressure on the brainstem, and that's ultimately where you decide if you're in fight or flight state or not. So if there's always pressure at that area of the neck up here by the brainstem, and that's causing you to trigger into fight or flight state, that's going to affect your sleep at night. As well as what I do in combination with that with care is I have these people wear a breathe right strip at night. So what that does is it helps open up that nose passageway and gives it more room so that you're able to breathe. So I always say, if you take a really short, deep breath in through your nose and go, and then you pull apart right here and do it again, did the second one feel a lot easier to do? And if it did, you're probably going to benefit by wearing a breathe right strip at night. And what that's going to do is help you get the amount of oxygen that you need at night so that you're not always hyperventilating and breathing through your mouth and putting your brain in that fight or flight state. So through upper cervical chiropractic care and taking the pressure off the brainstem and bringing your body out of that fight or flight state, as well as wearing a breathe right strip at night, is how I've helped people get a more restful night's sleep. So I hope that helps if you're ever interested in getting like nerve system testing done and seeing where you're at on that fight or flight scale. You can always call the office. We can schedule an exam for you, and the office number is 402-504-4676, or otherwise if you just have any other questions, I'd be glad to answer those for you as well, or you can direct message me. and I'll get back to you as fast as I can. But with that, that's the end of my video. I hope that helped you guys, and I will probably see you guys tomorrow with another video. All right, have a good one, guys.